Here's the thing, you got no idea what it's for when you actually try. Because actually trying will move you so much more forward than just thinking about it, thinking, oh, I might wait till tomorrow. You know what, this maybe doesn't suit me. I might just think about it a bit more. I might just wander off, do my own mindless thing. When you actually try, it's going to make such a huge difference that it's going to drastically change your life. The reason why I'm saying this is because I run a marketing agency and I make over 6 figures per year from my marketing agency. So, obviously, if you guys are interested, if you guys want to learn more, click the link below in the description, claim your free call. We can have a bit of a chat, see if we actually align, and then we can go from there. But the reason why I tell you this is because I see a lot of people not actually trying. They think that they're trying, they're putting in a bit of action, they're putting in a bit of effort, but they're like, oh, it's too hard. Oh, it's too difficult. You know, I just want to try. I just want to basically move things forward, but I don't know what to do. Do you already The thing is, you already know what to do. You just don't want to put in the effort. You don't want to put in the hours. You don't want to put in the time. You don't want to put in the energy. You don't want to actually be like, bro, this is how it actually happens. This is how it actually works. You know, I need to move forward because I know I need to do X, Y, Z thing. It's like the same thing when you see when it comes to relationships. People know what they need to do, but they're not willing to actually put in the time, put in the energy, put in the money, put in the effort for actually doing said thing. Let's just say your girlfriend's been like, oh, you're fat, you know. Like just slowly, like slight little hints at you, oh, about you being fat, you being overweight, you being lazy. Wouldn't it then be the best idea for you to at least walk into the gym for a little bit? Let's just say you don't even have a membership, or even sign up because then you get your membership sorted. Then after that, maybe you walk around the gym, have a look at the facilities. Then after that, the following day, you maybe go, oh, this looks cool. Let me try and pick it up. Let me just start repping out. And then you obviously just keep on moving forward slowly, slowly, slowly. Or you can do what you want if you don't want to take the slow route. And you can end up just, working till your body's dead. But then you won't be able to move for the next 3 days. And then you're going to be stuck in that same cycle over again. Or if you want to keep on trying to push, because you know for a fact that you're going to be like, your body's just going to be cooked after, you can just keep on being like, okay, I might just go 3 days or 2 days this week. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this actually plans out. So, yeah. So it's just a small little bit of momentum because honestly, you guys are just stuck in your 9 to 5. You guys are hating your life. You guys are in a stage of, oh, I don't want to do this. This is too hard. This is too difficult. I've got kids I've got to look after. I've got sport that I've got to play. I want to go out with the boys. I want to drink. I want to do this. I want to gamble. And it's like, honestly, if you've got time to do that, who doesn't say that you've got time to build up your dream life? You don't have time to become the person who you actually want to be. Because we all know God, your wife, and your family are going to thank you. We all know that you're going to be in a position that you're not going to regret. We also know that you're going to be in a better position that you know that you can just end up performing. You can become the person who you actually want to be. Whether you want to, let's just say, focus on helping out your community. Because then obviously you trying out to begin with, you trying and slowly building this up is going to make such a massive difference. Because then it's going to, let's just say you want to start getting fitter. Obviously, as I said, going to the gym example I said earlier. You just slowly just keep on going. Keep on being surrounded in that environment. And then obviously then it becomes normal. Then you enjoy it. Then you want to consistently just show up there. Now it doesn't become hard. Now from there, okay, sweet. Now you got more energy. Now you're going better with your kids, which puts less stress on your wife, which then makes your life easier, which then also makes you able to produce more money, if that sort of makes sense. It's just by creating that slow little bits of momentum that slowly start to move it forward, if that makes sense. But also, here's the thing. You have no idea what is possible as well when you try. Because let's just say as well, when you want to start this business, well, let's just say you currently got a job and you're building software, you're playing with the marketing game, trying to get customers in, because let's just say you understand this element. Let's just say you understand, okay, sweet, well, I'm working in a company that maybe works on disability or some sort of social services, and you're like, okay, cool, well, I can help these people out because I've got this skill in XYZ thing. Obviously, my main skill is marketing, and I'm obviously the best marketer in Australia because of that. I like to call it, I'm silent but deadly. A lot of people know who I am, but not too many. But also, I am the best. But anyway, so you do that. You're like, okay, sweet. Well, I've noticed this problem within this business. How could I end up helping? Okay, cool. I could maybe offer them a contract because I'm already working for them like casually, part-time, full-time. But because I've got the skill set, I can then see the variance between, okay, we have issue with this thing. How can I solve it? What do I need to do? How many hours a day do I need to actually contribute to moving that thing forward? Because it's going to make such a massive difference. Because as soon as you start contributing, let's just say, even if it starts off being 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 2 seconds, half an hour, whatever, it's still building up, because then you can slowly start to solve the problem. And once you're like, okay, cool, now I've got a proposal, now I've got a basis, now I can actually present this to them, then I can end up getting, let's just say, working my full-time job. Let's just say it's 60, 70, 80 hours. And then on top of that, because I've then obviously started to move things forward and I started to work during the night, I've started using my 5 to 9, or let's just say I've started using 6 till 9 to start working, or even 4 till 9 to start working before I end up getting to my job. So I can then use the other 8 hours that I spend here and here, or the other amount of time that I spend here and here, or one or the other, to then start to contribute. And then you're like, okay, cool. Well, I know you got this problem. Here's the thing. I've got the skill, which I can provide the solution. Let's just say, for example, you run, obviously because I specialize in this industry. Let's just say, hey, I work for a finance company. I work for an accounting firm. Okay, well, I notice you guys aren't getting high quality leads. I notice that you guys aren't producing any content. You guys aren't doing anything that is helping you get more clients. All you guys are just focusing off is just a referral-based network. The referral-based network will only get you so far. Obviously, I only speak highly about this because I am a marketer myself, but you will get that referral-based network, and you're like, hey, well, I've noticed, because I'm currently learning marketing at the moment, and because I am, also, you got to come off like you're the G, but also be like, hey, I won't charge you because I want to learn from you, or you can just charge them because you're like, hey, I've already got access to the skill, I know I can help you out, whether through paid or organic. Anyway, point being, so you're like, hey, well, I've noticed you have this problem here. Your biggest problem is lead flow at the moment. Okay. From when I've been working here, I've noticed we've got X, Y, Z type of people in. And also, I've realized that with X, Y, Z people in, X and Y work better. But X is more of the prominent ICP, or the individual ideal customer profile that we have who buys from us. So then from there, you're like, okay, well, this person buys from us. What sort of psychology do they have? How do they think? What do they believe in? What are their thoughts? What are their ideals? What are their morals? What's their perfect, ideal, and their worst day to be? You need to come up with all of that. Then you need to figure out, okay, cool. Well, since I've already got all this information, since I understand, since I work with these people, and then you already have that background, you already have that information, you already understand what works, what doesn't, how do you close them, what happens from there, because you're already working in an accounting firm. You're dealing with them one-on-one. You're talking with them day after day after day. You're understanding their story. You're understanding what they want. You're understanding their needs, their wants, how they want to perceive in the world. And then from there, you're like, okay, cool. Well, I'm going to offer this proposal to my boss, because then I know as an external contractor, I can make more. And let's just say you start cutting down your hours at the accounting firm. Then you start basically marketing, you start helping them out, you start moving them forward, and you're like, cool, but now we're getting more clients. Now I get retainer, plus I get rev share. So rev share is revenue shared. Pretty simple. So out of the money they make, you take a percentage. So it works similar to commission, but it's a lot easier in the marketing world. Well, not easier. It's different. Oh, it's different, but it's also difficult in the same sort of way. It just depends on the way that you see it, the way you want to attack it, and the way your brain sort of thinks. But anyway, point being, obviously, if you guys want to learn more, click the link below in the description, claim your free call, we can have a bit of a chat, and we can just see whether us working together is suitable for both of us. But yeah, moving forward. So yeah, you're like, okay, sweet, well, I've noticed this problem. I figured out a way how we can move forward, and then you just, let's just say, get your first lead. Then after that, you notice there's another accounting firm, let's just say, on another part of town, and you're like, okay, cool, well, you've got a different type of tailored client. How can I help you? What can I do? How can I move things forward with you? Because I'm still working at this firm. I'm going to sign an NDA because I'm smart. I'm not going to provide any info about this one, nor this one, because I'm still technically working at mine while also marketing for it. And also I want to market for you guys. So you basically get all the information. You get all the information. You, let's just say, sign an NDA, whatever you need to do. Then you start working with them. And then you're like, cool, now I'm making an extra $5,000 a month or extra $10,000 a month. Okay. Well, now I figured this out. Obviously, it's going to be a lot quicker. It's not going to be as quick. It's going to be a lot smoother than that, but not a lot smoother. It's going to be a lot different than that, but it is what it is. So then you start working with them. You're like, okay, cool. Well, I'm making half my monthly income, or I'm making 75% of my monthly income. So why don't I cut down my hours, cut down that to what it needs to be. And then after that, because obviously you're spending less time on that, because you're spending less time working at the accounting firm, and then you're spending more time focusing on the marketing for these two groups, then you get your third client. Then getting your third client, because you're like, okay, cool. Well, I can show results with this guys and this guys. And then from there, we're able to move things forward. And then we're able to basically sign that third client. Then from that third client, you can then just start to multiply out more and more and more. The thing is, this is all possible if you try. This is all possible once you start doing the small little movements, which start moving the cogs forward, which starts moving the momentum, which starts moving everything forward more and more and more. Because the thing is, once you start making that first small change, it's going to make such a drastic difference, and it's going to make the whole process so much more enjoyable that you will be addicted. Think about it like this. So whenever you want to gamble, you want to basically watch porn, whatever, you're just so addicted to it. It works the exact same way in business because making money becomes addictive. Getting deals through becomes addictive. Like currently at the moment, I've got about 200K in my pipeline. I know, kind of crazy. Not really, but I want about $3 million in my pipeline by the end of the year. Here's the thing. When you start getting that first bit of momentum, then you start moving forward more and more and more. Then you're like, okay, step number 2 is easy. Let's just say it's like you don't want to get up and walk. You don't want to get out of bed. I go, sweet. Now I roll out of bed. Now I get out of the covers. Then I start to walk. No, it's too cold. Then I go back to my bed. Then I roll again. Now I get up. Now I got my first step out, and then I take my next step. Then I take my next step. And then it just becomes easier because you all continue to flow. And it's like me recording the video. It's like I didn't think I was going to be able to record a video today, but I ended up doing it. That's what I'm telling you guys. All you need to do is just start trying. Just start getting that little bit of momentum. Just start changing up that mindset. Start thinking in a different way. Start, altering the way that you think, the way that you believe. Because the thing is, if you don't believe that it's possible, it's never going to happen. It's like, as I said, I've got 200K in the pipeline. One deal is worth majority of that. And that's not even including the other stuff that I got going on. That's not, yeah. But anyway, point being is that once you start getting that bit of momentum, once you start trying, the world can become yours. And once you start creating your little outcomes, once you start creating, okay, sweet, now I can end up seeing what's happening. Now I can see how I can help out, how I can move this thing forward. Let's just say how I can get in better shape, how I can quit my addictions, how I can quit my pornography addiction. Let's just say how I can quit smoking, quit vaping, quit drinking, all this other small stuff. Because also you realize once you start actually quitting this stuff, because let's just say I had a problem with drinking when I first got out of school. I literally drank 3 months in a row, the first 3 months after school, and I'm like, I'm done, I feel sick, I need a reset. And then after that, I started focusing on my first business. Obviously, it didn't work, whatever. It is what it is, but you live and learn. And then after that, I got addicted to nicotine because I loved smoking. Because I still do it on the odd occasion, but, it's still like here and there. But the thing is that when you start understanding this, once you start understanding, okay, cool, once I solve this, or let's just say, oh, you're able to quit it for a few days. Then you're like, okay, cool, this is easier than what I thought. I'm not able to not control myself. I've got that willpower, so I can keep on moving forward. And that's going to make such a massive difference. That's going to make the difference in your life. As I said, once you realize that difference in your life, then it's going to make the next part of your life easier. Next part. And then all together, it's going to make your whole life a whole bunch easier because then from there, you're actually able to focus on the things that actually matter. You're focusing on the dreams and the outcomes that you actually want to happen, not just sitting there thinking, I don't know what to do. I'm burnt out. I'm too tired. This is too difficult. Just drink more caffeine. Just have a coffee, have a Red Bull, then you're going to be sweet. Or even if I was you guys, just start recording YouTube. Because the thing is, when you start recording videos, when you start understanding the way that you speak, understanding the way that you think, the way that you phrase questions, the way that you come across in the world, it's going to make such a massive difference. Because then, obviously, you don't get any of that motivation before you start recording a video. Once you start recording a video, you're like, okay, cool. Well, this makes sense. Now I can think about it in this sort of way. Now I can start to objectify, not in that sort of way, objectify. Okay, sweet. This is what's happening. This is how I'm positioning. This is how I'm phrasing. This is how I'm saying. This is how it's going to be reacted in the world. And it's like, honestly, one of my favorite pastime activities is reviewing the content that I do. Because I like watching my videos because the thing is, I notice what I say right. I notice what I say wrong. I've also got that internal feedback of, oh, I shouldn't have said it that way. Oh, maybe that worked out well because it was more raw. It was more unscripted. Like this video here. I've got nothing. All I got is just messages which I need to respond to, but I haven't even come up. All I've done is just the title. That's it. And then the thing is, once you keep on trying, once you keep on getting a little bit of momentum, you keep on moving forward, you keep on attacking, you keep on feeling like you're the man. And here's the thing. If you guys want to learn more, if you guys want to have a cracker of a marketing agency in 2026, because the thing is, I've also got a bit of AI integration into mine, and that makes your life a lot easier. But yeah, you're able to get the more of that AI integration. You're able to move things forward more. You're able to actually become and create the freedom that you need to create. The thing is, trying is the only way how you're going to get there. Trying is the only way how to get there. Because if you get stuck in your job, you're paying more tax, you're paying more bills, you're not actually going to get that. And then when you start slowly putting in the effort, you're going to start to build that up. You're going to start to attack it more. You're going to feel better off as a person, as an individual. Start to actually move things forward. Instead of just thinking, oh, look, I've got to wait. Oh, shit. Oh, well, never mind. You know, you guys got nothing to, you still got stuff to stress about, but it's not as bad. Thing is, momentum is the key to success. Speed and momentum are the two keys to success. You notice it a bunch in sales. You notice it a bunch in marketing. Because once you start marketing, your posts get more and more and more. Like you can look at my Instagram, even though I got banned, but whatever. Also, you can look at my LinkedIn because I've got 8 times the amount of views, and obviously I'm the top dog, but whatever. Anyway, point being, momentum is the key to success. Speed is the key to success. And I would say the same thing about caffeine. Because all this stuff that you have is for you. And all this stuff will help you with trying. And once you start trying, you can create the world that you want to live in. And you can create the reality that you want to live in. And then from there, it's going to make such a drastic difference on you and your life that you will literally change your life forever. And all you got to do to begin with is just try for that first time. All you got to do is actually try. Put all your energy, put all your effort into moving the thing forward. And then from there, should be smooth sailing, but obviously we'll cover it in a different video about the road bumps. But yeah, you know what? It is what it is. And honestly, if I was you guys, either one, claim your free call. Obviously it's free, so it costs you nothing. All it does is cost you time, but times, you know, your time's only worth like barely anything, but you know what? It is what it is. But also, if I was you guys, I'll check out this absolutely sick vlog on this screen over here. What it's like running an agency while at Magic Round 2026. So you can actually see how I balance my business while actually enjoying life. Because it's like, yes, all I do is work majority of the time. Yeah, I know, it sounds boring. But you can see when we actually have fun, when I go out, when I go to the city, you know, what sort of life I actually live. Because all I do majority of my time is just work. And I'm still able to work and still able to enjoy my life. So it doesn't stop you guys from thinking, I can't enjoy my life. I can't actually get that dream outcome that I want to get and not be able to enjoy my life. It's all about balance and time management. But yeah, that's it from me. Peace out. I'll see you guys in the next one. But yeah, watch this video on your screen over here. It's an absolute sick video. I'll give it a watch. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later.